what a nice countdown. There was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for me. I don't know. Did you see that also?
Yeah, I saw that as well. That I thought, okay, we are really like going on air.
Yeah,
We're
okay.
professional.
Yeah, nice. It's we're using the Riverside FM just like an as an experiment to try to amp a little bit our video quality. So if there's anything different from for the video podcast today, it's probably because of that. But hopefully, it's going to be a little bit better. We're always trying to improve, right, our video production, right?
Yes, exactly. We try, and we don't get paid for advertising them. We're just trying to rely on like more professional tools and resources. So yes,
Mm.
let's see how it goes today. How are you? How are you in Beijing?
I'm good. It's been extremely busy time. So the last time we had a video cast, I feel like it was a long time ago, like way back, but it was actually just last month in March when we were doing our little video cast in Brussels. We had like a lot of our colleagues with us, right?
Yeah, it was fun. I think everybody was happy to join, and I guess it was interesting also for those watching to see how many of us in many different areas of the world.
We had a couple of people like North America and Brazil and Japan and South America. Our Eurexas colleagues from the Eurexas worldwide, all over coming. This, but it was when was it? 8, 9, 10 of March. It's been a while,
Yeah.
actually, maybe 2 months ago, right? I
Yeah,
don't know
it's been a
exactly.
while, but time flies. This moment of the year is always very busy, so you don't realize, and weeks pass by, and then it's summer already. Spring is always like that, but it's good to be busy. We have been also organizing our first big physical events since a while. Events that we were planning last spring, actually, spring 2022. So I think we can say that things are really moving. We are very busy and we are very happy to be busy. Because, yes, the last week we have two events with European researchers in Shanghai. We had one meeting for the European researchers working in social sciences and humanities in China. And then the day after, we had the meeting for European researchers working in STEM fields in China. And we also combined them together in a networking dinner where they could all like meet each other and mingle a little bit over food and drinks. And I think it was quite good. We had a little participation online, but the events were most physical. What did you think, Hunter? I think most of them were very happy to finally gather and share a little bit of their experience and what they do in China.
Yeah, extremely successful. It was probably the biggest offline activity we've done since sort of COVID situation alleviated and everything became back to normal. It was a big organization, and so honestly, like after our Brussels meeting at the beginning of March, we went to. I actually went for like a week back to Iceland, where I'm from, and when I was there, I suddenly realized, oh, we're on less than a month away from these events. So I started like organizing like crazy. It is a lot of moving parts. We're talking about one group of social scientists, another group of STEMs researchers, like that is like physics, chemistry, engineering, technology, math, etc. And then there's also a third group that we're still organizing their event, which is the biology, medicine, environmental sciences, NERPIMEC, as we call them. And like each of these groups, we want to organize for them like an opportunity to sort of work with their network and have discussions and sharing of best practices. But then there was also this big sort of scientific conference in the afternoon where they shared their research through a session that we call Meet My Labs. Which is Meet My Lab, actually, where they come and sort of introduce the research project that they're doing, where like where they are, who they're working with. I mean, like it was interesting to see the difference between the social scientists on the one hand and the STEM researchers, because the social scientists are frequently doing like sort of more solitary projects, working academically, maybe with one other person as a partner or whatever, while so their labs were just like them on their own doing the thing, while the STEM researchers would be working on maybe a big laboratory with 10 research assistants and postdocs and whatever. It's like more like laboratory wise. But in both cases, we call it like Meet My Lab. It's like a little bit of brand that we are copying from our colleagues in Euraccess Southeast Asia, where they've been doing this sort of events for a while. And we liked the name of it. We thought it was pretty good. That was really cool. We had really good discussions. In the mornings, we had really insightful speech from Wojtko Bardina, who's the S&T attaché at the Science and Technology section of the delegation of the European Union, who was sort of telling them about Horizon Europe and how EU-China research collaboration is right now. But then there was also sort of talking about best practices, local grant opportunities, what we want to do together in future. The social scientists were talking a lot about like how to get published here, what are good journals, things like this. And then the afternoon sessions were super interesting as well. On the Thursday event that took place at Shanghai Jiao Tong University, we had I think about 15 researchers or something like that, 12, 13, 14, I forgot exactly, talking about, yeah, dozen. We're like talking about different things like anything from, how the cross-cultural bridges up to design and ecology, ethnography, just a lot of different things. Well, on the Friday event, which took place at the Italian consulate in Shanghai, we heard researchers present different projects, like anything from molecular biosensor for like functional MRI, neuroimaging. That was really interesting. Synthesis, characterization, and application of multifunctional nanocarbons, hybrid solar PR wind battery systems, quantum molecules, astrochemistry, biomolecules, a lot of smart materials, deep neural networks, etc. It was really, really cool. Robotic 3D printed concrete, that was a really interesting one from a new member of the network from Gianmarco, I think his name is Giancarlo, in Xi'an Jiaotong Liverpool University in Suzhou. So it was actually a great opportunity to hear what all these European researchers are doing, but it was also hopefully a good opportunity for them to work with each other, create new connections, and sort of connect with each other. This is a huge part of what we are doing here in Euraccess China. We in the meantime, since our last video cast, we also had the opportunity to sort of set up a researchers night in Guangzhou, where we basically at the German consulate in Guangzhou, we sort of brought together 50, 60 researchers to talk about science communication, where we kicked off our science communication training and how we can use ChatGPT in science communication. And after this, normally during like at the second half of these events, we always give this opportunity and space for researchers to sort of meet each other and connect with each other, and a lot of the times out of this comes like new sparks of partnerships and things like that I'm always really interested in seeing and so on. These events that were last week were also in this vein, in the sense that because we had an event on Thursday and another one on Friday, of course, besides networking in the coffee breaks and having lunch together, etc., we also decided on the Thursday evening to sort of make everybody meet each other, including all the STEM researchers and also the social scientists, and like at this hotel, the Hotel Equatorial in Shanghai. And that was also really lovely. And we had the opportunity to be joined by some of the science counselors in Shanghai. But this is not the only event that we're going to be doing for the thematic networks. There's also the biology and medicine group left, the NERPIMEC, right, Anna?
Yes, of course. And this group is one of those that have been the most active because they have a very nice website, and we also help them disseminate a newsletter. So their event is going to be at the end of May, the 26th, as well in Shanghai. That's the place where most European researchers are based, and so it's the most convenient place where to organize such a meeting. It's going to be again a whole day event. There's going to be again I think more than a dozen this time. There's a lot of active researchers in this group. So there's going to be parallel sessions of presentations of the research work of these European researchers. They are based in many different research institutions all around China that will gather in Shanghai and share, the research work, potentially also with the idea of starting new collaborations with also Chinese colleagues. I think it's an event a lot of people are looking forward to, and that is the next physical event that is on our agenda. I don't know how if you want to add a little bit more about it. Otherwise, maybe we should also say that we are not going to stop our online events.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, no, we can go to that. We have like an event on the 10th of May, right?
Yes, yes, that's the next event that is coming up, and that is a webinar. So wherever you're based, you don't need to travel. Just be on at your desk and on your couch, and you can join us on Zoom meeting. This is a webinar that is normally of a lot of interest to our audience, to Chinese researchers, because we are going to talk about a very prestigious and really like good opportunity to boost your research career in Europe. And I'm talking, of course, about the Marie Curie postdoctoral fellowships. The call has opened half of April and is going to close at the mid-September. So there's really this is really a good moment to finish preparing your application, make it perfect, and submit it. Maybe again, if you tried, is I think for most successful applicants, you don't succeed the first time. So we're going to have Lily Kankaya, that is MSCA National Contact Point based in Malta. She was with us also for a webinar we organized in May 2022, and she was great. She has been playing this role for many years, so I think she's very competent, and she really knows what researchers need to do to prepare successful applications, how it is evaluated. So she's able to provide concrete tips and hints. And also we're going to have a question and answer session at the end. So, you can also try to ask your personal doubts or, some personal advice if you're already preparing your applications. And this year, this event is also co-organized with the Marie Curie Alumni China chapter. And we're very, very happy about that because this really provides very, good added value. We're going to have two testimonies. These two researchers that won the postdoctoral fellowship in the past. We're going to have Dr. Zhuosin Nanchen, that is Marie Curie postdoctoral fellow at the University of Oulu, and another fellow that is Dr. Gang Xiao, that is based at Cardiff Catalysis Institute at Cardiff University. So I think it's always very strong for applicants to hear the personal experience of Chinese researchers who already went through this path successfully. So, they can share a little bit of how it is for Chinese researchers to work at a European institution, what they think was their personal, strong point, or what were the obstacles they had to face. The personal experience is also very valuable, and you can also ask questions to these two fellows. So I think it's a good opportunity if you're thinking of for applying for the postdoctoral fellowships this year. And if you're not, then well, join, because I think after the webinar you will want to apply. It's really a career boost if you need to do your postdoc. So that is our next event, 10th of May. Our registrations will open soon. Stay tuned. But that is not the only thing that is going on, of course. So I give it back to you, Halder. to maybe like launch our science lamp that is coming up after the end of the science communication trainings that you mentioned earlier.
Yep. Well, we've been going through all the science communication training that we launched, and we had like three activities after the kickoff in total. The first one is where we use the Science Slam Brainstormer, which we've talked about quite a bit before. We're showing researchers how they could use that one to sort of create like scripts for themselves, templates that they can build on to create their own scripts. We had with us Alvaro, the Science Slam winner, as well as Xiao Tong, who was a Science Slam competitor from before. Alvaro was talking about like how to do successful science communication in general. Always good to hear him. He's extremely knowledgeable about that. And then we had with us Li Tong, sorry, who basically showed how she is working. So how she used our brainstormer, the Science Slam brainstormer, to create her own script and then delivered it for us and whatever to just like sort of demonstrate it. And following that, a lot of the researchers came out um, and sent us their own script, like use this tool to do it. I don't know how many people, but it was like dozens of them. And then the second event, Anna, we had with us an expert from Europe, right?
Yes, we did. We had Sam Illingworth. So he is this British expert that has published many books and has been working on science communication since the beginning of his career. So I think he was very knowledgeable, and as I say, he gave us a lot of homework. So he was, reiterating that we really need to practice to face the stress, to prepare your poster in a way that makes it appealing and clear. To create a great pitch, there's a lot of steps that you need to go through, and you need to do your homework and practice, practice, practice.
Yeah.
To get better.
I
None,
liked
none of. Please
I
go ahead.
liked how he was. Also, what I really liked about Sam is that he is like a real researcher, right, in the UK, and uh, and he really spoke from the point of view of somebody that is an academic, right? Because like the examples that he was using and how he sort of framed his whole presentation was totally from the point of view of a researcher, and that is super useful. So if you're, because after all these events are for researchers and academics, so this is very good. We put all of these events on our it's all recorded and all goes into our video databases online where you can take a look at them and see them, etc. The last event was me, right? I was just me doing what we're doing right now, just talking. Now in the last one, we basically thought, now you've created your script. Secondly, you talked about how you can perform. The third one is that we want all of you that were participating in that event to send us a short video, 2-minute video, where you sort of sink your teeth into performing the script that you made, putting together the couple of sessions that you already went through. But recording a video is something that is very useful for anybody that wants to communicate. And today, that's one of the most successful ways to communicate, right? Like your research and other things you want to say. But creating a good video is something that you might want to learn. And we just want to demonstrate how even with your phone, you can make really good videos. So we just went through like a couple of basic things, like how to frame yourself, how to light yourself, how to edit. We had like a session on how to edit on your phone using the VN editor. So like this is also recorded and available online. Super useful stuff, and for free, and for anybody to participate. But for all of you that did go through this, or even those that might be listening now and might want to join, you can still go online, find our recordings, and there's still like a chance for you to like send in your script and your video, which are the two homeworks that this series of science communication trainings included. And that would make you eligible for some of the certificates that we are giving out for this training. But beyond that, and more importantly, those that do this will be also eligible for our upcoming Science Slam competition. The Science Slam finals is where we will fly in 5 people from all over China, based here around different Chinese universities, to come to Beijing to participate in this beautiful event here in Beijing, where in front of a jury and audience, you'll get a chance to introduce your research in 10 minutes using the tips and tricks that we've already introduced in the communication training. And the best winner, the winner of the competition, the best participant, will get a prize where they will be able to fly to Europe. That's the traditional prize. When this is not the first time we've done this. We've done this for, I think, 6 or 7 times already for the last 10 years. We had to cancel a couple of times, especially because of COVID. But we did one in 2021, Anna, the one with the VR, right? The virtual reality one here in Beijing. That was pretty good one. We had like participants from all over China participating in that one. But now is the time to do this for real again and give people the chance to set on stage. So if you did go through the whole training this year, and you did send us in like your video, whatever, you're eligible for this. And everybody that are eligible for this are also eligible for our Less Science Communication closed session. Like we have like a little bit of a smaller training for those that are going to be Science Slammers. And that's going to be the group of people that are sort of going to be eligible for the finals. So this is really exciting. The prizes are really nice. The people that come to this are very prestigious. It's a great opportunity to introduce your research. It's an excellent opportunity to meet other scientists and research-related professionals. It's a cool opportunity to maybe win a trip to Europe. So I will really encourage you to take a look at this and sort of get involved right now if you aren't already. We are currently finalizing the science communication training, collecting the videos, the transcripts, the scripts, and all of these things. There are still a couple of more weeks for people to send this in before the deadline. And after that, we have the Science Slam. We are working out right now this exact date, but hopefully not too late. We are seeing this around the corner. So that's it for the Science Slam. I don't know. Yeah, I also want to add it on about the Marie Curie event. I want to just send like thanks to Zhengxuan Liu and his colleagues in the new board of the Marie Curie Alumni Association, the China chapter. They're excellent co-organizers for this events. And this is not the only event we've been organizing with them. At the 1st of April, we also did with them their annual meeting in Munich. And on the 18th of March, I think it was, we had another sort of more China-focused event where they were introducing ERC, Marie Curie, and also Marie Curie, both postdoctoral fellowship as well as the doctoral networks. This was all in Chinese, but it was co-organized by us in Eurexex, and was really good events and really good testimonies. And you can find the videos for this online as well on the Marie Curie Alumni Association WeChat account. I think there's something really nice to have a good trainer, but there's also something really nice to hear somebody of your peers, people from your own country sharing their experience. So that is very, very lovely. Anything else we should add, Anna?
No, I agree with you, Hunter. I think we are very happy to have the alumni chapter, China chapter on board. And they have been very active, which is good for everybody, our audience, and us too.
We've also been doing the tour of China. We went to Changsha in Hunan province, as well as Nanchang in Jiangxi province in when was it? In March, at the end of March. And that was really good. We managed to meet with hundreds of researchers, local researchers there. So who knows, maybe there's going to be more of them. Maybe Eurexex with the EU delegation will be coming to your city in China. If that's the case, I would be really happy to see you there. And yeah, I hope to see everybody at the Science Slam. I also maybe, if you're in biology and medicine and you were not aware of that we have this network of people in biology and medicine and environmental sciences, you should definitely sign up right now. You can find it on nerbimec.eu, nerbimec.eu. And you might be able to join the events at the 26th of May. If you are a participant, you're a European researcher based here in China, you're in one of those fields, you can join us for the last thematic meeting events of this year. I have some video clips here from the meetings last week. This is from the social scientist meeting that we did on Shanghai Jiao Tong University. You know, we're going to be doing the one with Nerbimek in the German Center in Shanghai, which is the same place as we did last year. The Forum of European Researchers in Shanghai. So if you were with us there, you can be seeing this. But you can see from the footage that it's a great opportunity to share your research with other European researchers and have like a frank discussion about the state of affairs, etc. It was a beautiful day, these Thursdays and Fridays in Shanghai, so it was really great. Yeah, I think that's probably all we have to share for now, right? There's plenty of things going on, clearly. Yep, I don't know. There are going to be other events coming up in May. I know the Joint Labs meeting is at the end of the month. There's also another meeting for the Marie Curie hosting opportunities that we're also working on. So just stay, in touch. Take a look at our WeChat, find us, find our flash notes, and you'll see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe let me just add that our portal yorksis.china.org has not been working super well recently, but you can stay up to date with our activities. Looking at our WeChat channel, we always send invitations to our event through the flash notes. So if you are in our mailing list, you receive them. And we try to advertise everything on the social media and to find alternative platforms for registrations. So I'm sure if you keep your eyes open, you won't miss anything. There's a lot happening.
Exactly, precisely. So yeah, all right. See you guys all later, and see you next month for the next video cast, or maybe in our events. And thank you so much.
Thank you, Halder. Thank you, everybody. Ciao, ciao.
See you, Anna. Bye-bye.